Attention homeowners, if you have a Federal Pacific Stab-Lock electrical panel installed in your home, you may be at serious risk for an electrical fire. Independent testing confirms that Federal Pacific Stab-Lock circuit breakers fail to trip as much as 70 to 80% of the time. When an overload or short circuit occurs in an electrical device, say an electric clothes dryer, the circuit supplying electricity to the device is supposed to be interrupted and cut off the electrical power by either a fuse or a circuit breaker. This interruption of electrical power is intended to minimize the resulting fire hazard of electrical overloads or short circuits. A circuit breaker that fails to trip is unsafe. It will not protect the electrical circuit, the building, or the building occupants where that circuit breaker is installed. This can lead to fire, property loss, injury, or worse. In a 2002 New Jersey class action lawsuit, the court ruled that over many years, Federal Pacific Electric had violated the New York Consumer Fraud Act. Specifically, the court found that the Federal Pacific Electric knowingly and purposefully distributed circuit breakers which were not tested to meet UL standards as indicated on their label. This constitutes an unlawful practice prescribed by the Act. Despite Federal Pacific's fraudulent testing and falsified UL labeling, defective FPE Stab-Lock circuit breakers were installed in millions of residencies throughout the United States. In a report to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, Dr. Jesse Aronstein, Ph.D., a consulting engineer specializing in mechanical and materials engineering, stated that the presence of a Federal Pacific panel in a home should be classified as a safety defect. The Federal Pacific breakers are primary safety devices of questionable operating reliability. The breaker's function is to stop certain electrical sequences that could, if allowed to proceed, lead to fire in the building. If an electrical fire hazard develops somewhere in the building, the breaker is supposed to trip and minimize the possibility of fire ignition. If the breaker is defective, fire is more likely to result. There is no question that the Federal Pacific Stab-Lock panel should be replaced. There is no practical and safe alternative. The circuit breaker panel is one of the most critical parts of your home's electrical system. It's constantly distributing and receiving electricity. The panel protects your home from power surges and other possible hazards. Experts say that with regular maintenance by a licensed electrician, today's electrical panels can function properly and protect your home for more than 30 years. If you believe you have a Federal Pacific Electric or other outdated circuit breaker panel in your home, or even if you have not had your panel inspected recently, you owe it to yourself and your family to contact a licensed electrical contractor for an inspection. For more information on what to do if your home has a Federal Pacific Electric Stab-Lock panel installed, call Galaxy Electric today at 703-922-1900 or visit us online at galaxyelectric.com.